Hello, everyone. Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Excuse me. We're going to be doing the tarot scopes for the sign of Taurus for the month of April 2023. I'm going to be using the Light Seers Tarot and the Starseed Oracle. But before we do that, we can talk a little astrology. Last month was a very, very active astrological month. This month, a little less so, even though we do have an eclipse, a new moon eclipse at the last degree of Aquarius, I believe, last degree of Aries. And that's occurring on the 20th. That is the same day that the sun moves into Taurus, your sign. Taurus is being a fixed sign. Taurus is, being a fixed sign. Yeah, being a fixed sign, sorry. Things are going to get pretty tense or maybe come to a head in May. So I think in April, you'll start to feel that sort of coming, as it were. We do have a full moon on the 6th of April that is in Libra, the other sign ruled by Venus. And so for you, Taurus, that would be your 8th house of shared resources. So maybe an illumination. It's also your house of taxes. There could be an illumination around your taxes. Venus does start the month in your sign, so you feel strong coming in. Of course, that's when you have to pay your taxes. So I don't know how strong anyone feels when they have to pay their taxes. But if you think that it's helping people and helping society, then you have to give it over gracefully, I guess. Too bad the really rich people didn't learn that lesson yet. Perhaps they will once Pluto goes into Aquarius. Oh, that's right. Pluto's in Aquarius. Let's see how long it takes. Okay. And we do have a Mercury retrograde coming up at the end of the month, and it is in your sign, Taurus. So, and that's going to go into the first 14 days of May. So communications can be a little dicey towards the end of the month and then into May. So let's take a look and see what is going on. Your ruling planet, Venus, starts in Taurus, then goes into Gemini. Of course, Venus loves being in Taurus, but Venus likes being in Gemini too. Venus in Gemini is very sociable. Also, Gemini is considered the soul, the ruler of soul-centered, the energy of Gemini. It's like an esoteric, ruler of Gemini is Venus. So, all right, let's see what's up for you, Taurus. Oops. It almost feels ready. I always just go by the feel. How much do I really have to shuffle? It depends on how it feels. Of course, Uranus is still in your sign. Can't forget that. And the North Node is still in your sign. So you're still leading the way on pointing out what is essential. We have to start with the Queen of Wands. What a beautiful card. I love this card. So joyful. There she is with her little black cat. For those of you who are in the I Own a Black Cat Society, as I do, welcome. So this is you in your power, in your creative power, at home with your kitty. It's a nice energy. It's a nice energy to start. Let's see the challenge to that work. You have a lot of work. There's a lot of work. And if any of you are accountants, you can attest to this, but there's all kinds of work around you. So I think the challenge is to don't allow work to get in the way of your joy, right? Don't overwork yourself, even though there may be a lot of work to be done. You have to balance it with you just laying back and enjoying your life. Underneath it all is the Two of Cups, relationship, love, relationship, balance. Is there a new relationship in your life, or could this be that's what you want at the root of it all? You want companionship, or is it that this is a relationship that you have and it's being reborn or reconstructed or revitalized? In the past, we have the King of Wands. This is somebody who's has reached their position through bravery and courage, making the right decisions, following their instincts, to make it to be king. The wands, if you're in the wands, you have to be pretty smart and instinctual to make it to king. And fierce. So there's a fierceness. You have a fierceness. And of course, the King of Wands goes along with the Queen of Wands. So we can see that there's been a balance here of the masculine and the feminine when it comes to spirit. In the sky, I got the Knight of Swords. This is somebody rushing into a situation, ready with his little arrow thing here. This can be a warning not to rush in, to think about. Don't react. You have to think about the consequences of your actions. And if you think about the consequences of your actions and you still want to take those actions, then take them. Because you know you're informed about what it's going to mean on the other side of those actions. If you just do it because you're like, yeah, I'm going to do it, then it won't work for you as much, especially if you make that silly face. We have in the immediate future Judgment. This is the card of the awakened soul. This is a card of transcending judgment, feeling your connection to spirit, realizing that there is something beyond the mortal life. This is the awakening. You are having an awakening this month. How it's seen from the outside, very adept at what they do. This is the craftsman. This is, you're ready to go. You're ready to get on the road with your stuff here. But it's because you've worked with others who are good. It's not just about working with yourself, but it's working with other people who are good at what they do and responsible in how they act. Your domestic situation, we have the Nine of Wands. So you're going to have some vigilance. You're going to have to keep some very healthy boundaries at home. Hopes and fears that you haven't wasted your time. No time is ever wasted. Everything you put into that project that you feel you didn't finish was finished because that's all you had to put into that project. Outcome, heartbreak. Five of Cups, mourn your losses. But remember that you still have valuable things and support around you through this period. And that you have the strength. So no matter what you face this month, you have the strength to overcome it. You have the strength and the ferocity and the heart. Underneath it all, justice. The scales of justice have been balanced. The sun, illumination, something has been seen for what it is. And the Six of Pentacles, recompense. So if there's some legal thing going on with you, you will receive what is coming to you. And I I believe that's really good thing for you, really good things for you. All right, that's what I see. Okay, so let's take a look at the Starseed Oracle. So I'm using the Starseed Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell and artist artwork by Danielle Noel. Beautiful artwork. Lovely, lovely deck. So what do you have to say for Taurus? What does the Starseed deck have to say for Taurus? With Pluto now in Aquarius, especially if you're early within the first degree of Taurus, if you have anything at the first degree of Taurus, Pluto moving into Aquarius is making a square to your whatever's in that degree of Taurus. So, and then the beginning, the early degrees of Taurus, those would be the April birthdays. Will feel the pressure of Pluto first. Wait, it is not yet time. Things are being woven. Okay, I will, I will read this to you as I hold up the beautiful artwork. Okay. In our fast, loud, reactive, comparative world, where an instant response is so often expected, and at times even the currency, it can feel almost impossible to take a breath, let alone to give ourselves the space to rest, wait, and reset. We're so often in overdrive, expecting instantaneous results over and over again. And when guidance doesn't come at these extreme speeds, it can feel as though something's gone wrong. But often not receiving guidance is guidance in itself. When you ask for guidance and you don't receive it, it can often mean, wait, it's not yet time. The details are being woven. Our challenge is to keep trusting when on the surface it appears that nothing is happening. To remember that no matter how long or bitter the winter, spring does always come. To remember that you don't need to solve all the world's problems in a single day, and that perhaps they'll be better solved with some perspective and a good night's sleep. This card is your permission to slip, to slow down, to switch off, and to rest. You've been reminded to have patience and to trust the mystery of life, to trust that things are being woven on your behalf. It may not be happening on the timeline that you'd like, but gather up the patience. It will be orchestrated better than you can ever imagine. I think we're all going to need rest after March, but you especially, Taurus. I mean, you've been quite the trooper being in charge of the North Node. all these months since the beginning of 2022. You will be handing the baton off to Mars once the North Node moves into Aries, and you will be at the South Node. So it'll be about letting go. We'll see how we do with that. Taurus. Oh, Venus. Taurus, Venus, Libra. Oh. Well, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful month, my little Taurus bulls and cows. If you would like to study astrology with me, I'm starting a beginner's astrology class in February. Not February. Shoot. I'm so sorry. In April. Where was my head? In April. The first week in April. So you can register for that on my website, thesiegeoftransformation.com. Just go to the events page. It'll be listed. The dates will be listed. And it's a good beginner's class, good basics. And if you already know the basics, but you want a little refresher course, I find this course to be very helpful. Every time I teach it, I learn more about the subject I'm teaching. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like the more you interact with it, the deeper it gets. So, and I want to welcome all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for those new subscribers that found me after Cash Peter's lovely review of my reading. What a lovely man. Thank you, Cash. And thank you to all the people who have been with me all these years, who have followed me. I really appreciate it. It's nice to know that what I say about things like stars is so well accepted and so appreciated. I will see you again next month for the Taroscopes of your month of May, Taurus. 2023. Until then, have a wonderful month. Get the rest that you need. Relax a little bit, Taurus, as the Starseed Oracle told you. Have patience. Have patience. Take care, everyone. Namaste.